all that Hashimoto's and shit shuts the body down to make you want to be fat. So I should have no muscle and just be a fat fuck. Unfortunately, and fortunately, I approve the difference. And this is what it is, bro. Like, you could have whatever you want in life. Don't let anybody tell you different. Like, if you really want, I've been told since I was a kid, I can't have this, I can't have that, blah, blah, blah. Like, in my union, they were like, you're gonna last 3 fucking days. I've been a strong union member with a card since 2019. I don't believe in none of this bullshit. I don't fucking care about your saints. I don't care about your fucking angels. You're this, you're that. You're either a vessel of God and you're a servant of Christ, or you're not. I have served and I shall be of service. I am nothing and I am everything. I am whatever you deem for me to be. And I'm on borrowed time and it's cool. Everything's a gift. Every day I wake up is a gift.
I feel you.
No matter if it's fucked up or not, it's my gift. Right. That's it. What do I think about it? Like taking the hustle away from the hustler? It absolutely has. Like, you go get a $20 eighth now in the store. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the fuck is that? Like, like how do you even compete with that?
Con Ed.
Edison.
Ain't that some fucking a little weird play on words? Like, why do they use? You know what I mean? They could have chose any motherfucking name.
Nah, bro. You know
but they're like, it's gonna be Con Ed, and you're gonna pay us every fucking month.
Go. It's the conversation. Yeah. Take your mind different places. Now you know.
So yeah, we got KERRY CAT in the crib. What's going on, man?
My bro.
Yo, thank you for coming over here, man.
Thank you for having me,
Much appreciated,
yo.
No,
much appreciated.
There is a reason why I have you here, man. And I'm gonna just start it off with the kicker because you have it right in your hand.
There it is.
A lot of people, they talk a lot of shit about people who smoke weed, man. They're like, oh, it gets you lazy. You like don't really want to do anything. Look at this guy. Look at his guns. This guy goes to the gym, and you better, when you fucking see this guy at the gym, he's going ham. Like still smoking weed. So explain to the people how not everybody has to follow this, perspective of like, oh, if you smoke weed, you don't have to be active and all this shit. Like,
nah, but fuck out of here. Number one is this: I've been 325 pounds. I've also died and been sick at 126 pounds when I was diagnosed as a diabetic, type 1 diabetic at 31 years old. So I don't care what the fuck you wore, where the fuck you walk from. Like, I have Hashimoto's, type 1 diabetes, rhabdomyolysis permanently, and I got hypothyroidism, where my thyroid's supposed to be slower than a motherfucker. So rhabdo eats the muscle off you. Fucking all that Hashimoto's and shit shuts the body down to make you want to be fat. So I should have no muscle and just be a fat fuck. Unfortunately, and fortunately, I approve the difference. And this is what it is, bro. Like, you could have whatever you want in life. Don't let anybody tell you different. Like, if you really want, I've been told since I was a kid, I can't have this, I can't have that, blah, blah, blah. Like, in my union, they were like, you're gonna last 3 fucking days. I've been a strong union member with a card since 2019. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Like, and they told me I would never be skinny. Here I am skinny. They told me I would never have long hair. I have the best hair around. Like, it just is what it is, bro. Like,
you don't let what people tell you affect you at all. As a matter of fact, it seems like you go the complete opposite direction. You're just like, yeah, what's up? Like, I did that. What's up? Like,
exactly. like people.
As a matter of fact, not even, because you're not even like, you don't even like, I don't get that from you in terms of you like to rub shit in people's faces. I feel like you just like, you probably don't say shit. It's just like, you know what's up.
Yeah. Well, I like to talk shit. And
you do talk shit.
Oh, I do talk shit. I talk. But it's all in good banter, good fun. Here's the thing. Like, this is what I say to people all the time. Like, I do everything with God. That's it. So people like to say, God didn't move this mountain before me. God moves mountains. He does this, he does that. God doesn't always move mountains. God likes to do things like this. Put a chisel in your left hand and the hammer in your right and say, build a pathway through these mountains for my people. So I do this to show that you can have this too. I do that so you can see that you could have that too. I'm not worthy. I'm the most unworthy motherfucker around. I'm the backslider. I'm a fucking dirtbag sometimes. Like, I grew up doing fucked up shit like everybody else in my age group. Come on, bro. You already know what it is. But the point is that when you make these changes and you really want it, you do it on your own math, your own malice. Like,
what is that trigger that causes the change? Everybody's different. What was yours?
My main shift in life came from always wanting, to be honest, always wanting the approval of my mother's family. They were
Your mother's side of the family.
yeah, they're my big lineage through my union. They're always were like the pressed up ones. I remember going to Christmas and third or a holiday, you always had to dress to the nines. They were all dressed in sweats and shit like that. Me and my sisters and my siblings are all fucking dressed to the nines because we're going to see mom's family. You know what I mean?
I see.
So, and we get there, and then everybody else is in fucking sweatpants and shit. Like, I'm like, we have to dress like this. You know what I mean? But, you know.
Perception is a motherfucker.
Exactly. And that was the whole thing. My mother was the black sheep, so we're the black sheep.
I feel that. Because when you are coming from a black sheep family, you want to make sure that you're coming in style.
Exactly. But and there's just the pressure of like, meeting up to expectations, like, keeping up with the Joneses.
Right.
That was the whole thing with my mom and her family. But, I couldn't even be here today sitting there with my mom like, shit, the strongest woman I know, fucking Mighty Mouse.
You say keep up with the Joneses, and I think you say that, but I think of keep up with the Kardashians.
That's what it is now. Yep.
And it's knowing that phrase, keeping up with the Joneses, and knowing the phrase now, keeping up with the Kardashians. What would you say is a change that civilization has gone through if people are following that?
People are following that because that's what it's going to be. Society depicts. So we all want to have more. As we all live for excess, this and third, the Joneses had excess. They were a stable family in the upper middle class area, maybe in the little, not as rich as the Kardashians, but they were well off, and they had Upper West Side, this, that, and the third. Now, as our group looks, as our youth, we established that with the Kardashians. You want to be on TV, make $1 million a year, be that influencer amongst your people, and this, that, and the third. But that's what we see things now as what they saw things then. Like, I'm a traditionalist. I believe every family should work 40 hours a week and have 2 cars in the driveway, have 3 vacations a year, have your health care covered, and have one spouse sit at home and do nothing if they want to and play video games. Doesn't matter which one, as long as one of them's doing it.
And that's how it used to be.
Yeah, bro.
It's crazy. I had a conversation with a poet on my podcast. Shout out TJ McGowan.
God bless.
That dude, he was explaining to me, and it was an interesting podcast because he's an atheist, but I had him speak with a Christian guy.
Oh, that's
They were
awesome.
sitting across from each other. And we went through so many different conversations. You gotta tap into that episode. But
dude, I totally will. I'm gonna download that.
It's interesting, bro. And there was a part where he was talking about America and discussing about how his grandfather was a janitor and his grandmother was a customer service representative, and they had 2 homes, 3 cars.
Yep.
I think I might be butchering it, but the point is that they had abundant. You know what I mean? Like abundance.
Exactly.
And they didn't have any crazy job. There wasn't no, you know what I mean? But they were still able to have that. And it really shows the digression of Americans' economic state, yo.
Listen, it's all because we took infrastructure out of this country. Think about it.
I think that's why they made weed legal.
They got her.
They were going broke.
They had to, bro. This is we make nothing here. Like, think about this. Your jeans, everything was made in America. You might not have had, so you didn't have 30 of them. You had 20 or 15, whatever many jeans you had. You didn't have as many because they cost a little bit more, but they lasted. And they were made by Americans. And here's the thing. You're born here, you're an American. Don't care. Say what you want. Go fuck yourself. Disagree with me. I don't care. But we are the Americans. That's it. We need people to understand that we aren't this, we aren't that. Like, I'm an American, Italian, Irish, fucking blah. I got some Blackfoot Indians roused up in there. Like, who the fuck really cares? But my thing is I'm born here. I'm an American.
Right.
This is my country. If I want my country to be better, I have to invest in it. So what I do is I do it the best I can. I try to buy things that are made in America. I try to young men and women who need to be brought up in this country. I do the best I can to support them.
Yeah.
You see me in the gym with the young people. I don't care who you are.
Yeah. You're talking to a bunch of different people too. And you help them out. You're not like as ripped as you are, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? Nah, for real. Like, there's some people that are just like egotistical. You're not gonna get anything from them. Like you might be doing something wrong. They're not gonna even like try to help you and say like I had somebody in the gym tell me like my positioning was wrong in one of my to do
the flies.
Right.
Yeah.
And I didn't have my like chest out.
Yeah.
So like I was just like back here.
Yeah.
He's like, nah, you gotta have your chest out. I'm like, oh yo, thank you, man.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's like little things like that. For me, I appreciate it, OD. Like I feel like yo, that means the difference because you're just like, okay, it's back to that statement that you were posting before. It takes a village. You know what I mean?
It does, bro. And you know the thing is, like, I still get help from everybody. Like, you see me coming with my big dude. I'm like, homie, correct me. Show me something that I'm missing. Because he's been doing this his whole life. Like, I was gifted enough. My mother was, like, got to work out with Bev Francis and Steve McCulloch. Like, she learned from some of the greatest bodybuilders of all time.
Wow.
Like, you know, so I get to learn from her. It's a beautiful thing.
Wow.
But, like, there's always something we can learn from each other, no matter what it is. Listen, I had the dumbest guy at my job teach me something the other day.
Yeah,
and I
what was it?
Oh, bro, I'm not even gonna get into it. like I'm new to lighting and sound and stuff like this. And he was just like, this plugs here and that goes there, and he flipped this switch, and I was like, I am a dumbass. But you know what I mean? Like, and
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like, and everyone rides this kid and this, that, and the third, and they call him like, you know, he's only good for pulling cable and stuff like that. But like, when it comes to being very detail oriented, there could be nobody better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know,
Step by step.
Exactly. You want to talk about perfect like coils and perfect this and like, you know, everything having a label, knowing where everything is.
Yeah.
You can ask the kid where something from a show 3 months ago. He'll be like, it's over there on the top shelf, over to the right, 3 things behind that. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Like, so like, he's not the sharpest tool in the shed, but he's fucking strong. He's usable, and he's very detail oriented.
Yeah.
So like, you know what I mean? You don't need
Sharpest tool in the shed in terms of like just jargon conversation at work, right? I'm assuming. But when it comes to the task at work, the guy's a genius.
Not even like he's not really, like I said, he's not really the sharpest tool in the shed.
Okay.
But he's one of the most used.
Okay.
And that's why I say, yeah, he might be a little dull behind the ears, but he's one of the most used tools in the toolbox.
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Like, he's on everything. He's always on every show.
Right.
But all these other people are qualified for this. They don't work on every show. This kid does. He makes more money than all of us.
Wow.
That's the, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
Like, you know, and you learn from that. Like, people will say, what do you do? I do it all. And if I don't know how to do it, I'm going to learn it. And if I still can't figure it out, I'm going to find the person who does know how to do it and make them show me how to do it the right way, or I'm going to get them to do it for me with a smile on their face.
No, but that's smart. It makes you resourceful.
You know what? That's my thing. Like when my one boss said to me, I'm new to one of my gigs. He made me lead pyro guy for this concert.
All right, you're saying terminology that I don't understand.
Okay, so like I work as a stagehand.
Right.
I work for shows and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So I usually work as a carpenter or rigger most of the time. Some guys are video guys, sometimes a sound guy. Sometimes I'm doing like backstage or whatever the case may be, props, whatever. So I'm new to pyro. He puts me on the pyro. It makes me lead pyro for the show, and I'm like, oh, okay, what?
And what does pyro do? Like,
Oh,
because I'm thinking like fire.
Yeah, we deal with explosives.
Oh, shit,
Yeah.
dope.
This was a tool. This was for a tool concert.
Oh shit, that's fire.
So yeah,
Literally.
literally. So and I asked, I'm like, why? And like during the thing, I'm like, I'm sorry, like I'm doing the best I can. People really aren't listening to me though. He's like, but are they doing their job? I'm like, yeah. He's like, are they doing it better than usual? I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what we're getting at? He's like, because you're new and you have talent and you know what you're really doing. Me putting you in charge makes all the guys around you work harder, no matter if you're telling them what to do or not. These guys already know what to do. They've worked this show 1,000 times. I put you in charge because it gives them a kick in the ass to move faster.
Interesting.
And I'm like,
It's psychological.
Now I've learned something.
Interesting.
You know what I mean?
So you being in that position, would you say?
I hate it. I hate when they do that to me. It's funny.
Oh yeah. Okay.
It's a love-hate relationship because I'm 35. A lot of these guys are older than me.
Right.
And I'm new back on the scene. I've been on the road for 5 years. So number one, all the young cats are like, who's this guy that knows all the old guys?
Right.
And all the old guys are like, oh, this kid's fucking back. So it's like a catch-22. Like,
Right,
you know what I mean?
right. But that's an interesting place to be in, because that place gives you perspective, and you'll be able to see who's who.
Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Because it's easier to be delusional when you're in a set.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But when you're outside of that, but you still have to operate within it,
Yeah.
you see a lot of things.
My thing is always like I'm trying to get everyone's perception. I don't want to just view my own view.
Right.
That's boring.
Yeah, it
Number one.
is.
And number two, that doesn't create me to learn anything.
Exactly.
And when we stop learning, that's when we start dying. Like when,
Truly.
That's
yeah.
when you
It's like your soul starts to die.
old dogs don't learn new tricks. Why do you think they got old? They stopped learning new tricks. That's it. Like I'm 35. I look younger than I ever have in my entire life.
Yeah.
It's just because I changed my perception of life.
That's interesting that you say that. I have a picture, right, when I was younger, but I looked older than I do now. And I guess it's because like I'm taking care of myself more and like all these things. And like someone messaged on the picture that I posted. He's like, yo, how you look younger now than you did then. What do you like?
Dude, I'm telling you, Benjamin buttoning is not a fabrication. It's actually a thing. We're doing it. I'm only getting younger as I get older.
That's fucking amazing. Yeah. And that's another thing too, right? As a man, it's important to hit the gym and to hit the weights,
Every
right?
day.
Because it's not something that the older we get, the harder our body takes to do things.
Yes.
So we need to strengthen it in order to keep this tempo going.
Exactly. Like that's number one, and like the greatest thing we got to stretch the most is our brain. Like I tell everybody all the time, like I'm always reading a book. Like right now, I'm rereading my favorite book, The Count of Monte Cristo. It's my favorite book. So I'm bored of everything I've been reading. Like I just read again. I was reading this book.
May I borrow a book?
Absolutely.
Thank you, man. I like that. I like from certain people, if they're actually actual readers and they have books and stuff. I'm always curious to just tap in. You know what I mean? Like,
and you gotta like that number one.
Oh, thanks, bro.
Oh,
Yo,
sorry.
look, guys, this is awesome, man. Look at this. This is like, honestly, I feel like this is something like European-esque, old schooly ass shit, yo.
Listen.
Like you just like, look at that. That's dope, right? It's fancy.
My gram used to carry a pocket ashtray. She was a classy lady, old school.
Yeah,
class.
like she just popped it open after she had her little dinner, right? And when she's outside, like.
Always. Little Irish redhead, blue eyes.
Wow.
Like the classic big red hair.
Wow.
Clear blue eyes, little freckles across the face, porcelain skin.
Wow.
And she'd sit there like a real class act lady, fucking pop the ashtray out, pull out a fucking hand rolled cigarette or fucking one of her reservation cigarettes because she's part Native American. And just fucking sit there with class of style with a little glass of fucking like Irish whiskey, a little Tullamore Dew, something like that. She didn't.
She really does sound classy, like a classy, like upscale woman.
I said, fucking classy broad. I'm like, and she was my favorite, like, and I was her favorite, so it was funny. So I used to go and like grab a Newport from my aunt, and then go get the lighter from my grandma, and sit in between them and smoke a cigarette. And everyone else would be looking at me like this fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Like, everyone else in the family was like, how's this kid get away with this shit? I'm like, my mom would be like, Kerry. I'm like, I don't. My grandma her mother would be like, Beth, just settle down. He's fine. Everybody, the dog is chewing on a bottle. Very pretty puppy.
I'm gonna edit that part out.
Nah, bro. I grew up with bull mastiffs and like stuff like that. I appreciate big monster dogs. They're gentle giants, but everyone should have a real representation of an animal like that in their life.
You know what's crazy? I didn't even necessarily wanted her in the beginning. I'll tell you what happened. Like, all right, so I was with this woman.
Okay.
And we were with each other for a while. We had the dog already. The other dog that we had was a small dog, smart dog. You know what I mean? Like, I thought that was all we needed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She wanted another dog. Long story short, this specific dog she wanted. We got the dog. The bigger she got, the more complicated she got, the more she didn't want it.
Of course.
But then I started to fucking fall in love with this dog.
Absolutely.
And then I'm just like, I don't know. There was a moment, and I know you probably felt this way too. Like, you know when just like everyone gives up on you.
Yeah.
And you're just like, damn, like I know what that feels like. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, nah, I don't want to give up on you. Like, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like, dude, I connected with that moment. You know what I'm saying? And
absolutely.
And me and her were just fighting a lot, and we ended up splitting up. She stayed with the other dog. I stayed with her, and It's crazy. That's just how it happened.
Because that's what God meant for it to be, bro.
It's wild. It's a wild thing.
Listen,
It's a wild thing.
and here's the thing. And now, like, you have something that's in your life that loves you, respects you, and you love and adore it as well.
OD.
And it's a mutual kind of love that they're like, not like this bitch is gonna pick up and leave. This bitch is down for you for forever.
Forever.
That's the whole thing, and that's what you needed at this time in your life. And God knew that. That's what He gave you.
Yo,
You know, God always gives us what we need the most.
it's true.
Like even if I can't stand it, what He did to me in the moment or whatever He took from me, I'm so thankful that He did.
Yeah, man.
Like I got ripped. I was 325.
I still can't believe that.
Yo, and
That's
then I
crazy.
did it, and then I overdid it. I lost 175 pounds. I was $146, and I'm like, I'm the best I ever look. And everyone's like, my family's like, no, you look sick. And I'm like, and then I saw a picture of myself, and I was like, all right, I do look sick. I was like, this does not look right to me. My head looks ginormous. I was like, dude, it was crazy. So then I put on like 46 pounds of muscle, like, and I ended up being like 185, 190, like a brick shit house.
Wow.
Fucking totally egotistical. Didn't own a shirt for like a year. I got a job doing what I was doing in New York back at like right when the pandemic ended in Miami.
Oh, wow.
Like I got my mom. My mom was a fucking G, bro. She gave me the bread to move down there and everything, like
Wow.
to start my life over. And like so here I am with this brand new fresh apartment, like overlooking the water, fucking dope ass fucking spot. Working as a stagehand in Miami, making crazy fucking bread.
Wow.
In every fucking theater. I'm from New York, so I'm
Yeah.
getting all the best work. Like I did some shit down there, and I was like, oh fucking, like nobody's a better stagehand than me. No one can touch my tool belt. What do you need me to do? And fucking dude put me to work, and the shit like I went from being a nobody to a somebody in like 6 weeks.
Wow.
And I was getting them the best work in my entire life, completely ratchet, doing all kinds of dumb shit.
You mentioned something that was like, because you're from New York, you get the best jobs.
Yeah.
What? Explain that.
So in my field of business, the local one, my union, is the best union in our business. We create the best stagehands.
Best union in America.
No, best union for stage and craft is in our IATSE. Out of all the other unions around, we create the best workers. Well, that's what it is. Like, I love my local. We do create the best workers. Local 1, IATSE, you guys are the best. That's my family right there. Fucking
Shout
love
out
them
them.
guys.
Oh yeah.
Like, always took care of me when I was down. Always hooked me up. Like, once I became a union member, I got 360 bro. I got 3,600 brothers and sisters now.
Wow. That's
Like,
interesting.
You know what I mean? And we create the best workers. We put out the best force. And in there, the Metropolitan Opera House, which, you know, is a place that should be getting more, and their workers should be getting more. They create the best stagehands, hands down. They turn over a different show, do a different rehearsal in the morning, and do a different show every night. Nobody works like they do. The Night Gang, they're called Night Gang. They're not called Night Crew. They're called Night Gang for a reason. Those are the toughest motherfuckers around.
So you say it in a simple way, and I'm sure people are probably listening it and saying, "Oh, okay, you're having a show in the nighttime, a daytime and the nighttime."
Yeah.
But I'm sure that's actually very complicated to do and consecutively. Can you explain some of the things that make it so difficult?
Okay, usually when you set up a show, like on Broadway, you set up a show and it runs for a period of time, and then you break it down. It doesn't really go up and come down every day. So if I'm doing Othello in the morning, let's say we're doing Aida in the morning, we're doing Aida rehearsals in the morning, and we got to go in, and then we got to go into Magic Flute at the end of the night for the show for that night. We got to break down that entire show. That usually takes guys months to build. We break it down, tow it off away, change all the drops and everything in the air, and then we bring out and set the night show. And we do that in 3.5 hours, all of it. And the show must go on. We're very rarely late. The curtain call will always be met. Those guys run a tight ship. Let me tell you, man. Fucking, those guys create workers. I walked in there like a deer in headlights. Come on, kid, get it going. Let's go to work. Don't let the fucking sweat dry. Get your hands on something. And that's what it is. And I was taught by a bunch of tough old geezers. And let me tell you, my old man died when I was 22, and I went back to work there. Those men taught me how to be a man.
Wow. And you were telling me, you were talking to me about your dad. Talk to me a little bit more about your father, like, because you were explaining to me that he taught you a lot.
Yeah.
And we already spoke before, but I want you to reiterate what you were saying because I feel like that's very important and maybe other men could understand and think about for themselves too?
My old man was a man who taught young men. He was a man that was not the favorite of his family, very talented in everything he did. Was not college educated, but ended up being a mercantile exchange broker before he got sick and had a massive heart attack. Worked and made a lot of money trading crude oil, and he never forgot where he came from or what his life was about. He always took care of people. He always took care of the youth. If you needed new clothes, new sneakers, he got them for you. Your mom needed to put food in the fridge, he did it for you. Your light bill needed to be paid, rent needed to be paid, he gave it to you. He was always a man of his home and the people around him. He never forgot nobody. You know, that's why he died broke as a motherfucker. But you know what I mean? He was a giver, and that's what he did. And he taught young men. He always taught young men, you're worth it. You're worth more. Don't give up on yourself. Go to work.
You say he died broke, but he sounds like he was rich mentally.
Listen, you ever read Death of a Salesman?
No.
Death of a Salesman is a book about a guy who wants to have this big, lavish fucking... Everyone knew him. Everyone remembered him, this, that, and the third. My father really did have a Death of a Salesman. There were people lined up out the door to fucking say goodbye to him. People that I didn't even knew and never even met. I was looking around like, you know my old man? Where the fuck do you come from? People are pulling up in like a Maybach, a Rolls Royce. I'm like, what the fuck? Who are you? Where'd you come from? But he had the respect of all men around him because he was a real dude. He told no lies, told no stories. Was a real fucking guy about everything. Funny, laugh. He'd give you a kick in the ass, a punch in the mouth, or a soft word and a pat on the back, and a fucking ruffle your feathers. You know, whatever you needed.
Nice. I like the way that you speak about your father, man. You know, because family is everything, you know, and not many people even like have a father in their life, you know, or had a father in their life. You were mentioning before how, you know, if he didn't have died, you probably wouldn't be the man that you are today.
Oh, absolutely not.
And I want you to also elaborate a little bit more on that.
I'd be a spoiled fucking brat because my dad wanted me to have everything that he didn't. Enough said. So no matter if it was an animal or a bike part or whatever it was, I got it. I was given to me. Like, it was just, like, I earned it. He'd create little things for me to do to earn things. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if I did something correctly, I got it. If I didn't do something correctly, I wouldn't get it. That's how it was. Like, you know, he taught me how to open businesses for myself. Like, you know, like, I taught me how to open a snowplow business, a scrap metal business. Things that I could do and things I could make money off of out of nothing at the time. Really smart man. Taught me how to do a lot of different things like that, and taught me how to, but also taught me how to look at people differently, especially like young men. And like my old man used to take care of a lot of people. Like one of my best friend lived with me for umpteen years. We had his own room in my fucking house. Like, dude was basically like my adopted brother. Doors were never locked. People, if you needed a place to stay, like any of our friends or anything, like doors were always open.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
You know, that means a lot, man, because a lot of people, man, yo, I feel like you're saying these words and maybe sometimes some people could just hear it and just let it pass by, but yo, that means a lot to people that are down bad in certain situations, that are in fucked up, like, and if you haven't really been there, you really won't fucking understand the grace it takes for people to do that type of thing.
No, the people will just never truly understand like what it is to have someone like that. And then I was blessed twice. I was blessed with another man in my life, my pastor, who was the same fucking dude basically as my old man, but so righteous with, like, my dad was a God-fearing man, but like when I met this dude, he was a fucking stockbroker. He was a general. He was a fucking like a sergeant in the military. What's the general? Damn, I'm smoking too much weed. But yeah, he was fucking like a sergeant in the military. And then he came to God, and became a pastor.
Wow.
And was like the most beautiful man I ever met. Like I was an atheist by then in my life. Like I didn't believe in nothing. I walked in this man's church and fucking the light of God touched me and I just fucking started crying. And he comes forward to me, puts his hands on me and brings me back to Christ. Like that's what like holy shit.
Yeah, I feel that.
Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I like to say is my dad left me with all these tools. I didn't know how to apply them and how to, and like, you know, all these things. And
Not yet.
Not yet. And then this man showed me how to use them. And now God gives me the trials every day to show.
Wow.
Like, and that's how I met you. You know, that's it. I want to see every man around me be a man of God, and that doesn't mean you have to be a man of my religion or a man of this. You know, I don't even care if you believe in God. I also think that, you know, faith is one of those things that's a gift. It's either given or you have to receive.
Well, let's talk about it, right? Because that's an interesting topic, and I've gone through many layers in my life of trying to dive into, let's say, the anatomy of God, right?
Yeah.
But I definitely believe in God, right?
Yeah.
But we cannot knock the fact that this land, right, was taken by a group of people.
Come on, we know
that,
this.
Yeah, we all know this, right? Yeah. But they use that religion, like Christianity, to colonialize people with.
That's all.
But I'm not coming at Christianity.
No, I'm gonna hit you with the facts in a second.
I wanna like go in deep with this. You know what I mean? Because I wanna figure it out. So, and there were indigenous people in this land that lived here for like 10,000 years before, and they've had their own development. That doesn't make their lives any less.
Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't denounce the Bible, right? Because
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of power and weight that is held within it. But I also don't want to disqualify my ancestors, which were indigenous people as well, and their beliefs and their connection to the earth. Because I feel like there's something that we're lacking in today's society that is not making us connected to the earth. And it's making us very disconnected to how we should be within it.
Well, here's the thing, like, how often do you get in the woods and pray?
How often do I get into the woods and pray?
I get off and I get away from society, and I go and I pray. We just me, myself, and I in the woods. I'll go, and then like when I was in Florida, I go to Ocala. Here in New York, you know, I go to Mount Washington. But I get away from people, and it's just me, myself, and God.
Yeah.
And that keeps me in touch with nature.
I got you.
And that keeps me in touch with everything around me. Like I have neuropathy in my feet. Like there's nothing better than getting my feet in the soil, and you know, being grateful to just be here and be walking.
Yeah.
To where months ago, like, you know, a year and a half ago, I was in a wheelchair, I couldn't walk.
Wow.
And they were telling me I would never walk again. And that, like, the rhabdomyolysis would eat my body away. And I was going to be a skeleton, and my family was going to watch me die. And then my mom washes my feet. I have a moment. And the next day, I start getting healthier. My hair starts growing back because I was bald. Like, I started putting on muscle. My sister was fucking teaching me to walk again in the fucking pool because my family, because I wasn't getting fucking healthcare, and fucking I wasn't getting physical therapy because my healthcare dropped it because of the pandemic.
Wow.
Like, there's biblical shit that happens. You just have to be open to it.
Yeah. I'm not opposing that. What I'm saying is that I feel like there's more to the story.
Oh yes.
You know, and the Bible is a piece of it.
The Bible is a good tool for getting in touch with God.
Right.
Once you truly have a connection with God, the Bible isn't needed. It's just a book of stories written by man. What the fuck is that? It's useless at the end of the day. My atonement is with Jesus. My atonement was with God. I believe there was a God, and He gave up His only Son, and it wasn't the reincarnation. It was His child. His child. He gave His child up for us. And that's why we're able to have this kind of relationship. I don't believe in none of this bullshit. I don't fucking care about your saints. I don't care about your fucking angels. You're this, you're that. You're either a vessel of God and you're a servant of Christ, or you're not. I have served and I shall be of service. I am nothing and I am everything. I am whatever you deem for me to be. That's it.
That's true acknowledgement. Because, like, if you think about it, what is life without service? We're all in service.
And we're all just servants. We're all just here. Like, we're just children of something that's bigger than us. Call it what you want. I don't care. Do you think there's many of them? Think there's many of them. You think there's one? Think there's one. This works best for me. What works for you?
Yeah.
I believe we're all children of God, of one almighty God, and I will not harm my brother or sister. Thou shalt strike me, and I shall turn the other cheek. That's it. And that's all I have to say about that. You know, I told you before, the only thing that's truly written by God is the Ten Commandments, carved in the stone for Moses. Like,
Why is that the only truth?
That is the only truth, because out of all the fucking research that I can see and do through a logical mind, it is the only thing that actually holds path and makes sense. That's not written by man. That's something that actually biblical could happen and be carved into a physical being from a force.
Through a vessel.
Through a vessel. Even, you know what I mean? Like, those were scripted through lightning of some kind or some kind of energy onto stone, and then was carved out, and it was carved and given to him. Like, I believe that.
Okay.
For some reason, as you can know, I'm a very fucking skeptical being, as you can see.
Yeah?
Yes. Like, everything could be fraud to me. Like, fuck that. Show me the proof. But if it sits right in my gullet, and my gullet says go with it, I go with it. And if it says don't, I don't. And, you know...
I'm laughing because you said you use gullet.
Yo,
I
bro.
feel like you have a very old school New Yorker ass. You can put some in that.
Oh, I am, bro. Don't worry about this.
Yo, so I got this part in the podcast, right, where I asked the guest that's on, is there any question, right, that you have that I could take out into society and ask a specific group or whatever the fuck, right? This question. I'm going to take that question, I'm going to go out into the public, and I'm going to ask this question. Is there any question that you would have that I can use?
How do you want to be remembered?
That's a good fucking question. I'm going to clip it in right now. How do you want to be remembered?
Okay, so I want to be remembered for my personality, you know, being a good person, kind and caring, and always looking out for others. Well, that's pretty much it.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Cool.
Yo, that's a good fucking question. How do you answer that?
My pastor asked me that. It was the best question I was ever asked in my entire life.
That's a fucking great question.
And I just came out of jail, and
Wow.
I just said to him,
Time.
I just want to be known as a caring, loving person. And that's it. And that's what I felt on my heart, and that's how I felt like I was called so many different things at that time. But that wasn't one of them. And like, that's all I wanted. Was the Lord to soften me and put a hand on me, and He did. And that's all I want. And like, you know what I mean? Like, definitely probably the most put together I've ever been in my entire life at 35 years old. I've been humbled many times. I've been given many gifts and had many gifts taken away. You know what I mean? And I just feel like
Definitely.
every morning when I wake up, I'm just happy to be me. I'm happy to be walking in my shoes and being used by God and being able to come here and like have this conversation with you. You know, maybe touch some people out there. Maybe have people tell me to go fuck myself. Either way, but you're gonna think about it.
Yeah.
And that's all I could ask.
That's good, man. That's what's up. Hell yeah. Yo, talk to me about like how you grew up. Like, where'd you grow up? What was the area like? And like what?
I grew up in Glen Cove, Long Island, on the North Shore, and you know, Glen Cove is, you know, everyone's like, oh, Glen Cove, you live in Long Island, yeah, it's so nice.
Oh, Glen Cove.
You know what I mean? Like it's very, I'm like, it's very uppy and it's very like dingy at the same time. Like, you would call it Grimy City. Yo, shout out to Grimy City. Y'all can go fuck yourselves, respectively. But like, you know what I mean? It's my hometown. I love it. Like, it'll always be a spot on my heart. Like, we grew up as, like, the last generation, I always feel like, where you can run around, get into trouble, like, throw a party on the beach, have a home party, you could have a fight, and then, like, you know, people are calling the cops on you, and, like, oh, you beat up my son. Like, it was, like, whatever.
Who gives a fuck?
You can fucking, like, smoke a bag of weed in school, like, not be a big deal.
In school?
Oh, hell yeah, why not?
Oh, wow, that's dope. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I definitely smoked in my school, too, when I was younger.
Yeah.
But we
if
we got caught, that would have been bad.
We
didn't get caught, though.
Come on, you get caught? It was like, all right, you might get like what, detention for a couple of days. Like, you weren't getting expelled. They were like, you were selling drugs. I'm like, dude, come on now. Like, I was like, come on, it's a bag of weed.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you. So, all right, I went to Flushing High School, right?
Okay.
And they have an auditorium, right, where it looks like an old school motherfucking like auditorium. And what I mean by that is like architecture style. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Bro, in the back they had like this room, which I guess was utilized as like their projector room.
Okay.
And yo, one time me and my homie fucking smoked in that
Oh
bitch,
my
yo.
God, you baked that shit out?
Yeah,
Oh
we
my
baked that shit
God,
out, yo.
that's fucking awesome,
Yo,
bro.
it was awesome. And then another time we fucking got onto the roof of the school and we smoked on the top of that shit. That
Yo,
shit
that's
was
fucking dope.
lit as fuck.
Dude,
You know who you are.
yeah. Dude, we used to just like do dumb shit everywhere. Like, I remember like there was senior skip day, right? And I was a junior, so I was but I hung out with a bunch of seniors. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna show up. I'm gonna leave school, and like, but the teachers were like, nah, you're not going nowhere. So I said to my friend, I'm like, yo, just meet me around the corner, like by the tennis courts. We're gonna run. I'm gonna run over there. I'm gonna walk that way. The security guard Rosa came like flailing in the truck after me, like through the fucking through the grass and shit like that. And I'm like fucking running for the fence like a fucking retard. Like, yo, man, my chubby little self hops is fucking like hops one fence, hop the other fence. Was fucking.
Oh, but you did it though.
Oh hell yeah!
All right, that's what's up,
Dude, my homie takes off and fucking leaves me there, bro.
Oh,
Leaves me
man,
huffing and puffing. Yo.
nah.
She pulls up. She's
Yeah.
like, she starts cracking up, dying, laughing. She's like, "You want to ride back?" I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, let me smoke a cigarette." I'm like, yeah. So like, I'm like, go back to the school.
That's funny.
My principal's looking at me like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?" I'm like, I don't know, man. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna suspend you for today. Get the fuck out of here. Go hang out with your friends.
Right.
Like, dude, like that's like, and I just left and I went hung out with them after that. Like, dude, like I still got to leave and go do what I want to do.
Right,
like,
right.
and like, it's just, but like, but like, what's going on? People aren't doing that now, bro.
Nah,
Society's
but,
not
I
like
mean,
that anymore.
But it's not even about is society being like that or not. I think it's just there's more of a pressure hold on society.
But not even this, bro. Like back then, like all those people, they all grew up in Glen Cove. They all knew each other. Like they knew my dad, they knew my mom. They all fucking like fourth, fifth generation.
I see what you're saying. Like that type of.
Like the principal knew like my family and was like laughing about it, like ha ha ha. Like he thought it was funny actually. Like I ran out there and I did that shit, and he was like, so that's why like, he suspended me for the day to like literally go hang out. Like, you know what I mean? He's like, go hang out. I'll see you on Monday.
Right.
Like, and like what else? Oh, fuck it. Who are you? Oh no, Veronica, I gotta call you back. But like, you know.
How you like that? You like the Apple Watch?
For my retarded ass, I love it, and the fact that I got it for free was even better.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, when I went. So shout out to fucking Verizon and Apple because they gave me the fucking watch and the phone and the headphones for taxes and fees when I switched over from my Android.
What?
Dude, yeah, I'll never forget it, bro. They wanted for the new Samsung.
Wow.
At the time.
They really trying to take Androids.
Customers.
Like,
this is like 3 years ago now. But it had to be the green one. It's when they first came out with the green phone. It had to be a green phone and a green watch.
have you seen the new AI powered phone?
Dude, that's too smart for me.
It's called the Rabbit R1.
That
Yo,
scares
bro,
me.
it's so cool, bro. Like, all right, so it looks like a little walkie-talkie, right?
Okay.
And there's like a little screen on it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And yo, you know how you utilize this phone?
How?
Bro, like anything you want to do, right? You just press the fucking button, like if it was a walkie-talkie, and you talk to it, and you just say like what you want to do, like text such and such, or call such and such, or let me listen to such and such.
Dude, I mumble too much for that shit. That shit will never.
Nah, the understanding.
Nah, bro. It's like Siri. I be talking to Siri, and she'd be like, "I don't understand what the fuck you're saying." I'm like, "God damn it."
But isn't that interesting though? To a degree, there's gonna be a point. Like,
Dude,
all right,
let's take it
all
over.
right. Would you get microchipped?
No.
Okay, you say no, right?
No.
Okay, I understand you. But all right, listen to this.
I didn't even get vaxxed.
I mean, neither.
I'll tell you a story about that too.
All right, but hold on. Let's stick to this point real quick.
Okay.
Like, all right. So.
I know.
Would you?
Elon Musk just did it. Just chipped
Yeah,
somebody.
yeah. You saw that?
Yep.
All right, but think about it, right?
Catch 22.
All right, but you have a phone, right?
Oh no, catch 22. I'll tell you
Alright.
this: if I lost a limb, and they had to put a chip in so I can have a robotic limb, I would do that.
Okay.
That would be the only way.
Alright.
Like if I was going to be a quadriplegic or
Right.
a paraplegic.
Okay.
Of course, because like
You see it as a resource.
I see it as something to not be abused.
Right.
I believe that modding the human body is something that can go terribly wrong, and can create a lot of different horrible things. It can also create beautiful things for people that can't have them.
Right.
I believe everything.
Right.
Everything in modesty and everything that's done without haste and without abuse can be fine. Besides heroin. But you know, what
No, but I really thought about this, and I feel like, all right, you might think that way, right?
yeah.
But you have kids?
No, I can't have kids.
You can't have kids.
I'm sterile like a motherfucker.
Okay. For real?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, but let's say if you had kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then let's say your kids. Let's say your kids,
Mm-hmm.
right? By then, a majority of people might have this shit already. And it's gonna be like the phone. Like it's gonna be
Yeah.
like, oh, everyone
Listen.
has a phone.
Listen.
Everyone's gonna be chipped.
Like
you know?
I said, with time and doing everything the correct way and without abuse, things will be fine.
I see what you're saying. All right, so if what you're basically saying is like, if it's done gradually, then it's okay because it's something that's been tested and proven.
Exactly. When things are tested and proven and they show their way, when it comes to technology and stuff like that, which obviously I'm not opposed to.
Right.
But as of right now, for me to put a chip in my brain, no, I'm not thinking about it. I'm not thinking about that right now, friend.
Fuck that.
And look at that. There's your perfect.
That's a perfect joint.
There you go. That's your perfect split, friend.
That's a perfect joint.
Yeah.
You got lighted, bro.
Nah, bro.
Thank you, bro. But like,
you're the
come on,
host.
you
can't
keep
do
providing and you having
You
me
can't
like
do it,
this
dude,
shit. Like,
dude,
yo,
I
like,
didn't even pack-
I didn't
even pack this shit,
Yo, bro,
bro.
you know I'm not supposed to be lighting this shit.
Listen,
you
bro.
roll it, you
Nah,
light
bro,
it. That's
nah.
not. That's the rules.
No, that's not the rules, bro.
That's the rules. You
Dude.
ever heard that shit?
Dude, I don't know what you're talking about,
What?
bro. That's
Yo.
this is what we call a gift.
Bro, I appreciate the gift, bro. I appreciate the gesture. This guy, yo, he came through with mad gifts.
Yo,
like,
man,
honestly, you probably came
respect,
through with
bro.
the most gifts ever. I appreciate that.
Bro, like, that's what it's supposed to do, man.
Yo, so do you know her name?
No.
Esperanza.
Esperanza.
You know what that means? Hope.
Hope. I like that.
Right?
Oh.
I knew you would.
That's a fucking beautiful thing.
Yo, what's your favorite color, man?
My favorite color is orange.
Why?
Don't know.
No? No reason?
No reason, just like it. It's my favorite color.
Okay.
I believe orange is my favorite color. I believe my color I look best in, or like my strength color is like a darker green, like we got here, like a military green or like a olive.
Okay.
And the color I wear the most is black because I'm a stagehand.
Okay, I got you. What's your favorite animal?
My favorite animal, believe it or not, is a penguin.
Okay, why?
I don't know, the little rock hopper ones with those fucking awesome eyebrows.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I think they're funny as fuck and they're awesome.
What's the first thing you do at the beach?
Honestly, since I've lived in multiple beaches and by waters, I look for like what's living in the water.
You look for what's living in the water?
Yeah, like when I'm down, like I moved into the Gulf of Mexico when I was living in Florida. When I first moved down like the Sarasota area. Like
you live in Sarasota?
Yeah, I lived in Sarasota.
I lived in Tallahassee.
Okay.
So like while I was there, I heard so much about Sarasota.
Yo, it's awesome.
Like
bro.
mad people out there was telling me like, yo, Sarasota's dope. You gotta go. Best food.
Yo, mad laid back. Great fucking food. Like my mom lives in Venice now down there. It's fucking amazing. But again, we're killing that whole area. Like,
but wait, I don't want to get too sidetracked. Only
Yeah.
because I have we could get back to this.
Regard.
But I have a reason why I'm asking you these questions, and I want to remember it. So you said the first thing you would do at the beach was look for living things.
Yeah, like what's in the water.
Okay. Last question. So imagine yourself in an all-white room, right?
Okay.
And you could have anything you want inside the room.
Okay.
But everything is white.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel inside the room?
Fine.
That's it?
I feel clean.
Okay.
Like-
So the first question was about the color, right? You chose orange. You had no real reason why, as you liked orange, you just gravitate to it.
Yep.
The color represents how you look at yourself. You don't have no crazy abstract reason as to why you like yourself. You just do.
Yeah.
That's it. It's simple. You know what I mean? Like, you're not gonna make shit complicated.
No.
The animal represents how other people look at you. So it's not that they look at you like as a penguin per se, but maybe it's like a funny guy that like you could just crack jokes with. You know, you could just have like a fun time. You know what I mean? Like crack a smile. You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Exactly. And then the beach represents how quick you are to jump into things. So it's interesting because like you didn't say you were like you want to just go straight into like you did say you want to go straight into the ocean. So you are willing to take chances, but you're willing to take chances to see life, witness life.
Yeah.
And I think that's very interesting. I never came across a person who answered that question in that way. And then the last question, the white room, basically just represents how you feel about your life sometimes.
Yeah.
So, clean. You feel fine.
Yeah.
Because you keep things in order.
My life is my life. It's where God wants me to be. Like, I'm just happy to be here. I could be dead. Talk to someone, you're talking to someone who's also died before. I watched my family watch me wither away. I have a will and testament. I put things in a trust for my family because I didn't think I'd be here now. I'm on, like, my favorite joke about me that they tell is, KERRY CAT, he's got 9 lives. How many lives does KERRY CAT have left? None. He's on borrowed time. And I'm on borrowed time, and it's cool. Everything's a gift. Every day I wake up is a gift.
I feel you.
No matter if it's fucked up or not, it's my gift.
Right.
That's it. I woke up today, fucking shot, beat up, fucking fucked up in the head. And I looked up, it's fucking beautiful sunshine. Said, fuck it, I'm gonna make it an amazing day.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, why the fuck should it not be?
Right.
Yesterday was fucking pouring rain. I said, fuck it, get up. It's gonna be an amazing fucking day. Why the fuck should it not be?
Yeah. Exactly.
We're here to have this human experience when others aren't. Our peers aren't. We all know somebody that's not here today. That's not having our experience today. That's not able to understand this what's here today.
I feel that so much. I had somebody on the podcast recently. He was like, "Yo, like we woke up and we're on a podcast right now.
Exactly.
Other people woke up and their family was bombed.
Yeah, like
Talking about like Israel and Hamas. And
dude, that's a horrible thing. Like that's the thing. Like I said, we're all brothers and sisters. Like my Savior says, and that's something I told you about. All these Christians got it fucked up with all this hate. Fuck them motherfuckers and fuck that fucking all that bullshit. Those aren't real Christians. Catholics, fuck them all in the hole. All these people are fucked up because they don't understand the one thing. Like I've said, these Christians don't understand that Jesus was the forgiver. He was the peacemaker. He was the lover. Like he was the backslide. He was the backslider. People don't understand. Like Jesus was taken out of the Bible, and people don't know what the fuck happened during his walks of life. Like dude lived a regular normal life, had fucked up situations, and was a real fucking human being, and that's why he was gone from the time of 12 to 35.
15.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, see, look at me, I'm all fucked up.
No. You're not.
But like, you know what
but
I mean?
It's relatively close. It's like but it's true. Like, and it is interesting. I had one time, someone say to me, and I'm like, I don't think that's right, because I've heard that Jesus meditated as well. You know what I'm saying? And then people are like, oh no, he was praying. It's like, how do you know?
What the fuck is
meditation
and prayer is the same thing. You possess the same aura.
Well, I would beg to differ, no, and I'm gonna tell you why, bro. And I'm gonna show you an experience that I've had, and I'm gonna tell you like something that I experienced.
Please educate me.
So it's wild. So this is what happened. So I read somewhere that if you meditate somewhere that is difficult to get to, awkward to be in, that you could jumpstart an OBE. Do you know what an OBE is?
No, put me on.
So an OBE is an out-of-body experience.
Okay.
And I did this, and it happened. Like, it really happened. Like, I went to Central Park, and I wasn't high, sober, right? There was this, like, because, Central Park was, before it was actually mountainous, and it was shaven down to what it is now. So like, there's like this like low-key mountain with a little waterfall, and it's guarded by 2 fences, and it was a lot of snow. So I had to hop over those 2 fences and then climb the shit, which was kind of awkward because there's people walking by and shit like that.
Yeah.
So like the situation was what I'm trying to describe, which is like it's awkward to be in, it's hard to get to. So I'm up on top of this shit, and I start to meditate. And what meditation is the absence of thought. You cannot, like praying, I feel like you are thinking, you're being very cognitive about what you're saying to God, right? In the conversation that you're having with God, right?
Not necessarily, because like I pray in many different ways. Like there's a prayer where you say nothing, where you're completely empty. And that's a thought of prayer that like a lot of people don't understand, and why Christians don't really get the connection to God that I have.
That's interesting.
Like I said to you, we are a vessel, as a vessel, I am not, they say the cup floweth over. Bullshit. You're a cylinder. You channel. Everything is passed through you. You know what I mean? I have served and I shall be of service, whatever it may be.
Wow.
So you are not a cup that could floweth over. What the fuck is that? You channel. You are the light. You are whatever flows through you, whatever God is going to gift you with, whatever it may be at that moment, whatever he needs you to be at that given moment in time. And to do that, you have to be empty. You have to be completely nothing.
Wow.
And that is my greatest prayer every day. Lord, if I need to return to you and be nothing once again, grant me death, take my soul, and bring me back to you, and I will have no afterlife. I will be nor hell nor heaven. I will be a nothing on earth and nothing on things, but you will use my being and my soul to heal the world.
Wow.
And that is a true Christian's prayer. And there's not many like them. They don't pray in churches. They pray in something closer to a mosque. There is no pastor. There's no this. There's no that. They are just walking Christians, wandering beings who are just so attached to God, and God is so attached to them that they have nothing and they are nothing. And they're such a beautiful being.
Wow. Now, so I want to share to you this experience because I thought it was very interesting. So, like, when I meditated, right, I thought of nothing, right? And through that experience, I got up to where I wanted to be at, on top of this, like, waterfall type of thing, right? And what I start to see is like this purple skies and one mountain, and on that one mountain there was one flower, and it was purple as well. And I'm flying around this shit.
You're in the realm.
Yo, it was wild. And then when I came back, that's the part where it gets wild. And I'm about to show you some shit right now. And I've shared this on the podcast before, so I'm not gonna edit it on, but I'm just gonna show you. There was this tree that was calling out to me. I have no idea why this tree was calling out to me. I go up to the tree, and all over this tree was 2 eyes closed and 1 eye open. This tree. 2 eyes closed and 1 eye open. Years later, I show my sister this photo, right? And then she sees something in the photo that I didn't see before. When you look inside the eye and you move it like that shit looks like a screaming face. The mouth open, the nose, 2 eyes.
Because that's the connection to the realm, fam.
That shit is a trip.
There are many different planes of like an astral plane level. Like out-of-body experiences is one of them. Near-death experiences is another.
I had that too. I got hit by a bus when I was younger.
I mean, so like here's the thing, like we have connections in between worlds, in between this realm and the next. This is a real thing, you know. People call it heaven, some people call it hell, but there are many places, related to purgatory and such and such. The story of Dante's Inferno explains it in different levels of stuff like of hell. There are all these different explanations of things that go on in between heaven and earth and earth and hell. This is what it is. And there's many different planes of existence that go around it. People call them dimensions, people call them realms, whatever you want to call it. That is what it is. And when we have these experiences, we sit on these levels. We visit these planes, these other planes. Like, you know what I mean? You got to remember, we only use 10% of our brains. Like, our brain is just as a conductor for our soul. Our bodies are just big conductors. Like, you know what I mean? We're just housings. Eventually, we'll leave them and we'll go someplace else.
Where's that other place for you?
For me, I have my own personal experience, and that is very different. Like I was able to sit with people who have passed on, and it was very much under like a tree that I remember from my childhood. It was in one of my backyards when I was growing up, and it's actually a non-fruit bearing pear tree. And then I was able to have visits with people who were passed on and gave me knowledge that I needed to move forward and become the man I am today. And I choose to believe these things, that they were not just, hallucinations of near-death experiences from being malnutrient and rotting away on the floor, and choose to believe that, I had this experience. It was a part of my life with God and Christ, and it also gave me the it gave me a way to say goodbye in a way that I wasn't able to before. Because of all these people, like, they died and I wasn't there. Even when my dad died, he died and he was trying to drive himself to the hospital, and I was supposed to be at the house that day watching him, and I was off doing some fugazi shit. Like, really fucking, like, doing some dumb shit. Like, you know what I mean? And I should have been there for him, and I wasn't. And I blamed myself for that for a long time.
I'm gonna share to you this experience because I want to get your insight on it because I share that emotion as well, and I'm gonna explain to you how. There was one time this girl I knew, like, she always low-key stalked me, bro. And like, it felt kind of crazy. Like, she first started talking, like, wanted to talk to me because I got hit by that bus, right?
Yeah.
And, like, everyone thought I died and shit, and it was, like, this big thing, right? And, like, she would always reach out. So I'm thinking to myself, like, all right, you know what I mean? Let me try to talk to her. You know what I mean? Because, like, I'm a dude. I'm still, like, I like the attention. You know what I mean? Like, if a girl is, like, what?
Dude, come on.
But get this. Like, then she starts getting really, like, texting me, like, 30 times, calling me, like, 20 times. I'm talking about, like, in one session because I didn't answer type shit. You know what I mean? Like,
I never had that, so I guess
and it was crazy. And so I didn't talk to her, right?
Okay.
Then years passed by, and then, like, I talked to her.
Bet.
Because she seems more chill.
Yeah.
And she wants to smash. And I'm like, all right, let's have sex. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and we fuck. 2 months later, she hits me up on something like, oh, yo, can we just link up? I just want to talk. I'm like, all right, like, let's link up, let's talk. And then, yo, this is crazy. I don't think I've ever shared this, but she was like, we link up, right?
Yeah, bet.
And she was like, we talk. And then she's like, I got a sex demon. And I didn't know how to respond to that at that time. I was younger.
Yeah.
I was more taken aback. I was more so like, I was stuck into responding it. And I didn't really say much. You know what I mean? And then later on, thinking to myself, like, well, why did she tell me that? You know what I mean? Like, it made me feel like, did I give it to you? Like, what the fuck is that? And right? But then, that was the last time I've ever heard from her because she killed herself.
That's heavy.
Yeah. So I'm thinking to myself, and I'm like, fuck, like, I didn't say, and I wasn't there to say the right thing.
That's not your
But
responsibility.
I know it's not, but then at the same time, it felt weird in terms of the alignment of it all. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Just how everything went about. You know, it's very strange to me. And I find myself thinking about it ever so often in my life.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that I haven't forgiven myself for not saying anything, but I also feel like if that were to ever happen again, I would take the fucking time to speak to that person.
Dude, like, here's the thing.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna keep it real stack real quick.
Yeah.
So, here you go. And I'm gonna pack this as I do it. Shout out to Puffco. shout out
Yo,
to,
this is some next level shit, by the way.
yo,
Like,
shout out to my dude who makes the most finest
right.
resin around.
Hold on. We gotta make a proper shout out.
Yep.
Yo.
Yep.
Zaza.
Zaza's in Astoria.
Zaza.
Please come and get your weed from us. Come and check us out. We are the best in the round. Zaza's in Astoria. That's where we get all of our finest smoke from here. That's on this table. Everything.
Some good shit, you heard?
Yo,
Look at this shit.
Lebanese hash pre-rolls. We got all different kinds of fucking buds sitting over here. Fucking the Wagyu, the this, the that. I got my dude who makes this fucking amazing rosin, catnap rosin. Shout out to him. Fucking everybody, I'm gonna fucking put some of this fucking nice homemade shit in this fucking shit from right here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, but nah, fucking, dude, this is the world we live in, bro. It's all about the experience, like. And this is how real it is. Like my ex, who I'm looking for right now, because I'm good on that right now. I don't know where she is in the world, and she could passed away, or we don't know what's going on with her right now.
Damn, it's like that.
Yep. And I've been looking for her, and hopefully, if she sees this, she'll come home. She'll call me, because even though she's like, even if we'll never date again or whatever, she's still my family, and I want her to be okay. And I would just take care of her until she needed to, and then that would be that. But, I get it, because, like, in October I could have done that. I was sick. I was septic. I was dealing with some health issues, and I didn't have the funds that I have now that I could bring her back. So like I get that, and now nobody's seen her since. But like, you know, we're only human, bro. At the end of the day, like, you weren't at the right place in your time to deal with that. But God needed you to have that experience for something to relate further on. You know what I mean? Like, that's the whole thing behind this. Like, you know, people ask me all the time, why do you think God's giving you all the experiences that He's given you, all this stuff? I was like, so I can help the next man. He had to teach me a lot of lessons in a short amount of years, so I could teach the next man before me. They can learn from my mistakes. They don't have to make them themselves. You know, that's a beautiful thing. Use me.
Right. Use me and to see.
Mm-hmm. You know, and there's that. You know. Even the Bible says that one fucking shit that's going around, fucking all Instagram and shit that says, when God says, who shall I send? Stand up and I say, send me.
Wait, sorry. Can you just explain this shit real quick?
So
you just turn this shit on. This shit is like a green, the green light. Look at this.
So that's just heating up right now.
It's heating up right now.
It's a cold load dab from Puffco. It's the Puffco Proxy. So right now it's heating up this nice beautiful home pressed rosin from my friend that was made out of this beautiful bud from Zaza's. Okay. So my friend comes and presses it out of the nice bud that I get. So I get the same rosin that I get to smoke as the same weed I smoke.
So
heat this up, my friend.
That's it? What do I do?
It's puff. It's the inhale. So it's cold load. You put the whole piece in there, and then it fucking heats it up to the perfect temperature for a nice amount of flavor. Now, how is that?
Wow.
Phenomenal. Phenomenal.
A1.
Shout out to Zaza.
Phenomenal.
Shout out to Zaza.
Phenomenal.
And Cat Nabrosin.
But again, this is like a dessert to me, bro. I do not do this shit.
Dude, I don't do this shit on the regular either, bro. But that's why I was like,
I appreciate it, man.
I had to come through like show
nah,
love
this is
all
an
the way
experience overall. A Zaza experience. Yeah.
Absolutely. Your experience is presented by Zaza's in Astoria.
Yes. And also shout out to Rob, right?
Yep,
he has an app too, right?
Mm-hmm. See, Zaza's delivers. So when you come and you check us out, we will deliver to you. And we have multiple locations in other boroughs and stuff like that. So like honestly, you put the order in through his application, and then you can order whatever you want right to your house. You don't even gotta leave.
Easy.
Bada bing, bada boom. As I suggest, the Lebanese pre-rolls are phenomenal, as you all know. Shout out to Zaza's and the Lebanese pre-rolls all day long.
Yo, talk to me about how you feel. Like, all this is really, really dope, right?
Yeah.
And I had someone recently on who, like, broke down another way to view this, because like he was like, yo, they took the hustle from the hustlers.
Oh yeah, bro.
And like, so how do you feel about this whole like just switching of narratives? People are still locked up for weed. The situation for what it is. You know, and because you live in Astoria, right?
Yeah.
You've seen how certain police only like they let certain people rock, and then other people they don't let them rock. They fucking raided some other people's shit, take other people's shit down. Like, what do you think about all that?
Right now, it's a big gray area, and you're either waiting for your whatever you need to be approved, and you're gonna be good, or you're not. Like, I don't really know about that, the legal system about this. What do I think about it? Like taking the hustle away from the hustler, it absolutely has. Like, you go get a $20 eighth now in the store, like, you know what I mean? Like, the fuck is that? Like, like how do you even compete with that?
Yeah.
You got to be like coming right from the grower, if that's the case. And that's the only way that you're getting any better than like basically what's going on.
Right.
And then when you think about it, you go to the store, there's everything. Like, you could buy devices, you could buy everything you want,
And it's a lax experience.
And it's a beautiful experience.
Yeah, honestly.
Honestly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that's what I said. Shout out to Zaza's make my experience better every
Hell
day. Dude, yo.
No, I had to ask, you know what I mean? Because
yo,
it's just like the
but like the
reality.
biggest thing is this, like when I came home from being away for 5 years and like lighting a joint and like walking out of the dispensary and like seeing a bunch of cops on the street corner and then like freezing up like, because like at a natural habit. And then them just looking at me like, it smells good. It's kind of like an experience in itself.
that is another experience.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's really just like the whole way that, you know, New York is now is different. Like you can smoke anywhere on the street. Like, why the fuck not?
Yeah.
I tell you what, I smoke less cigarettes.
Wow.
Like I tell you what, I definitely smoke more spliffs though. I definitely do that. Listen, you already know. You see me. Like this.
Why do you smoke cigarettes?
I like to smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the only reason.
There's no
deep shit behind it. Like there's nothing like if I like it, I'm gonna do it. Like
no, I got you.
Like I just like I like smoke. I like
You said
smoke.
you haven't traveled much, so where's somewhere that you would like to go to and why?
I like to go to Europe.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Where in Europe?
everywhere.
Yeah?
I would like to
Do that Euro trip?
Yep, I like to do my own
Oh,
Euro
yeah.
trip. I like to go to the Middle East.
Middle East?
Yes,
Smoke some hashish?
I would like to totally travel through every country in the Middle East. And I would do that before I went to Europe, honestly. I would love to go to like the
Pyramids and
motherland, everywhere,
Yeah.
everywhere,
7 wonders of the world?
everywhere, bro. I mean, like just start in like Egypt and Africa, and just start making my way across after that.
What do you think about the pyramids, bro?
They're interesting. I don't know anything else about them.
That's it?
Like, listen, I don't know if they're made by people or not, but I think they're interesting.
Yeah.
I think what I think is underneath, I have no fucking idea.
Okay.
I
So you know some things. You've heard some things.
Listen.
Everyone has.
Everyone has.
Right? As long as you are living in the world and you do not have some type of fascination towards the pyramids, I just don't understand what your mindset is like.
Dude,
that shit's insane, bro.
All that shit is like biblical to me. Like, 'cause think about it. It's been here longer than they have. Like, honestly, when you really think about it, I don't even think the fucking Egyptians made that shit. I think that's just fucking there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I think there's things that have just been here since like the first time, since before the flood, and they're just like things that we'll just never understand completely.
Right.
And you know what I mean? We're not meant to.
We're making speculations.
Exactly.
Right. And people are riding the wave with that.
And here's the thing, like if there is something going on, we're definitely not being told about it. So what the fuck's the matter anyway?
Yeah, but you know there's that whole perspective with Nikola Tesla getting his idea from the pyramids in terms of creating alternative wave currents.
Yes.
So to allow everyone to have free electricity.
Yeah.
And I think it's a very funny also play on words because who do we all pay for our electricity?
Fucking
Con Ed. Con
Ed.
Ed.
Edison.
Ain't that some fucking a little weird play on words? Like, why do they use? You know what I mean? They could have chose any motherfucking name.
Nah, bro, you know
but they're like, it's gonna be Con Ed, and you're gonna pay us every fucking month.
Dude, that's what it was gonna be because of Edison. Like that's it.
Ain't that some weird shit though?
Dude, it's because he's a fucking crook.
Bro.
To this day, he's still a crook. Dude, come on, bro.
But I know. But it's just like it's almost like a laugh at us. Like, and you're gonna pay this, and you're gonna see this on your bill statements every fucking month, and you're gonna see Con Ed.
Dude,
and like, yo, knowing everything for what it is just like, what the fuck is this shit?
This is because you wanna know why?
Talk to me.
This is because us as a people, as Americans, are not together anymore. We are each individualized, and we're taught to be individualized, and not like think about it. How many neighborhoods are left? How many people walk around like really know their neighbors? They took.
I do.
Well, you know what I mean.
And I'm sure you do too.
But like that's why we live. That's why we live in this last little bit of Astoria, because like this is the last little bit where you can have that kind of neighborhood in this area. Like think about it. Like I look around and I don't see like people that know each other no more. I see everyone like just like keeping their heads down in their phones, walking by, just doing their own thing, being individualized, segregated from each other, and separated as a whole. Like that's why nothing gets done, and that's why things are they're politically the way they are. But I digress. I don't want to talk about any of that political bullshit. I like to stay out of that whole nonsense right now.
No, I get it. But in terms of Con Ed.
Bullshit. Come on now, bro. You already
Bro,
know
right?
what that is, bro.
Right?
Come on,
Yo,
bro.
it's insane. It's insane, man.
They're looking at us like you're all because like he's a crook, and everybody knows it, and they're just basically being like, you know, we're fucking you, and we're gonna use a crook's name to fuck you. Like, this shit should be fucking free. Like, think about this. Like, you're spending $6 on eggs and shit like that. Eggs that last year would have cost you $1. Literally, the pink eggs, bro.
Well, $3.
Nah, bro. Think about this. You go to Walmart, it's for $1.
Yeah. I see what you're saying.
Now at Walmart, they're $3, $4, three something. Why are we paying this much for milk, eggs, butter, bread, fucking food, bro? It's food. Why the fuck? Oh, it's because you say this, because you say that. Man, no, we're getting ripped off because they can.
Yeah, because it is weird how, like, they say we're in a recession, right?
Okay.
But then there's so much money being allocated to certain different groups all around the world.
Oh yeah, bro.
It's like, oh wait, we had billions of dollars that we could send to Ukraine. We had billions of dollars that we could spend to Israel. We have millions of dollars that we could give to the new immigrants that are coming through with access to hotels and all these.
Listen,
but then how about the people that have been needing help for all of this time?
Listen, I don't shit on them. And if there's help for them, there should be more help for veterans and people that are homeless in this country that want help.
Right.
There should be more services like the welfare to work service, like that was taken away, that the government took away. Where they give you a job and this, that, and the third, and they don't just, you know what I mean, and then at the end of the term they place you in a place like GM. But like we were saying, if we're not making industry, how are we going to do that? If we're not building our own shit and paying the people what they deserve and giving these people the rights to have an actual fair life and fair cost, then they'll never do that though, because it's going to cut their bottom dollar.
Right.
The problem is that we don't stand together as Americans anymore, for Americans.
And if we did, then that wouldn't be. Wouldn't be.
Oh my God! If we did that, let me tell you, we could change the world one last time. That's why I try to help. That's why I'm always trying to bring up the youth and do the right things, because they are the future. We're just
Always.
Right now, dude. We're the present. Like, think about this. I'm in my 30s. I'm gonna be the past soon. All I can do is pass on. I believe that my generation fucked this up. Everybody's fucking this up. All I can do is try to teach the youth so they can do better.
Why do you think that your generation fucked this up?
Oh, because they were spoiled bitches. Facts. We were given the best of lives. We had the easiest of lives. We've seen the most fucking ups and downs, and all this different parts of technology. But, you know, for the most part, they're lazy motherfuckers who just fucking been given everything.
Wow.
And that's the way I see it. Myself included. You know, but it took me a lot of learning and a lot of seeing from other people's perspectives and visiting places that I have visited and done things that I have done and like learning like that to see the things I have seen and have this kind of perspective.
I definitely feel that.
And you know what? Like by being so lax and letting all this weird shit go on in this world and in this country right now, and we're the driving force and the driving age, and like, you know, we're the voting people and this, that, and the third. And like, yeah, I can only blame me and my peers. You know what I mean? We're sitting back and letting this happen, and we're creating a shittier world for our fucking entire future. And like, you know what I mean? The fact that we won't come together and like do something the righteous way, like just for us and our people and our children, then what the fuck are we gonna do? It's shot. It's over. Sorry about that.
Don't worry about it. No, I feel that. Damn. So, what is the change that you would like to see in the world?
A togetherness of one people, not of the human race. Just the human race.
That's a cool lighter, by the way.
Thank you. It doesn't always light me.
A little janky?
It's a little janky, but I've had it for a while. So I can't even complain about it, really. But it's, you know, I'm into like little nifty fucking gadgets and shit like that.
Yeah.
I'm a weirdo when it comes to shit like this.
Nah, it's cool, man.
There it is.
Like you like Back to the Future and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
That's,
Oh, yeah. I like all the little pocket tools, like
Yeah.
nifty little things. Like, obviously, like my little Leatherman like right here.
Yeah, I was seeing that. It's dope.
So Leatherman, it's called a Leatherman T4. And it's like a half a Leatherman. It doesn't have like the pliers and shit, but it's got everything else you want on it.
Wow.
Like a little knife, a little this, a box opener, scissors, tweezers. I'm a weirdo when it comes to little shit like this.
Well, you know, I only met my father one time, right? And like the only thing I wanted was a Swiss Army knife.
Yep.
And he got me a Swiss Army knife.
That's like a Swiss Army knife on steroids.
Yeah, I know. I see it. This is like, I like the. It's light too.
Oh yeah.
It's super light, but it's like super. It has a lot in it.
It's like it's all like it's like chromoly and stuff like that, and it's all magnetized. So like it's meant to be open with like one hand, so you can pop it open, get what you need, put it back. Everything can be operated with one hand.
Are you into like hunting and shit like that? Have you hunted before?
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
I like hunting and stuff like that, but like it's all. If I hunt it, I'm gonna eat it.
Yeah.
This is how I am.
Yeah, that's what's up. So what have you hunted before?
Deer, boar, turkey, regular shit.
Oh,
I would like to go and do goat, some like they could do like in the Alpines and shit like that. Like you can do like moose and shit like that. I've never done nothing like that. I would like to do some shit like that.
I hear moose would fucking kill you.
Dude,
Like, if they had the chance.
Oh yeah, they're crazy. But like moose meat is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah.
I don't think I've ever tried it.
I was up when I was
Gamey?
Nah, dude, I was in Tahoe in California, and they used to get moose steaks, and they're fucking awesome, bro.
Okay.
Like $45 a plate. There's this big monster steak like this big, though, and it's fucking delicious.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Nah, that's what's up. I haven't tried that. I've tried a lot of different things though.
Dude,
And I went to Italy.
yeah.
I've tried horse meat.
Horse meat's good.
Yeah.
Horse meat is awesome.
Yeah.
Horse burger in Italy is awesome.
Yeah. Like that's a thing. I've tried cow's tongue.
That's good.
I've tried goat brain. I've tried
I try not to eat brain. I try not to eat brain, liver, kidneys, and anything that's like on the inside that like does something like that.
I've tried it though. It's not like I'm gonna try it again, but I was like, all right, let me try it. I've tried. What else have I tried? I've tried this Ecuadorian plate called guatita,
Okay.
which is basically like cow's intestines, right, mixed with peanut butter.
Yeah.
Yeah, it smells gross, looks gross, and they put it on top of rice, but it tastes great. I don't know how to explain it.
Dude, I don't
Like,
you lost me at the peanut butter part. Anything with meat and peanut butter to me, and I love peanut butter. This doesn't work.
nah, it works. It just has to be done right. When I was in Germany, I fucking tried. Shout out my homie Vince when his mom made this like chicken like peanut butter. It was like peanut butter sauteed, but it was like a spicy peanut butter with the chicken. Yo, bro, this shit was delicious.
I'll try it.
Delicious.
I tried everything twice. You gotta make sure you like it or don't like it. That's an actual fact.
That is an actual fact. Because you could like something and then not like it later on, and you could also not like something and then later on you're like, oh shit, this shit's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like fucking, I didn't like tomatoes or avocados.
Okay.
Love them now.
It's not on my burger.
It's not on your burger?
It's not. I love that. I love tomatoes and avocados. It's not like for me a burger is just like onions, pickles, cheese, bacon, max.
Okay.
Like
No lettuce.
no, none of that stuff.
No.
Maybe an egg if it's the morning.
Oh shit. All right. Fried egg or just like
Fried egg.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get fried egg. No, I feel that. Yo, what is something that you would say to your younger self?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Tell him to go fuck himself. What? Like I see myself now. Tell me something. Go fuck yourself. Keep moving.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's it. Like, dude, you're gonna live your life. It's gonna be what's gonna be. It's whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen.
Yeah. All right. So, all right. Within that perspective, so do you feel like everything's already scripted? Not scripted, but everything's already written, rather.
No, absolutely not. You write your own fucking story. You have. I believe I believe whatever God's gonna use you for, He's gonna use you for. Like, and He doesn't even. And I don't believe He even knows what that's gonna be until it happens. So like. You have free will. How can it be scripted if you have free will?
Right. Right. don't you find yourself thinking about how, okay, you do have free will, right?
Mhm.
But don't you feel like, and I had, shout out my homie Ace High, who was on the podcast. He's like, sometimes it feels like, you know, I do try to plan things out, but sometimes your life gets remixed. You know what I
Listen.
mean? Like, and it's not necessarily up to you at certain points. It's almost like you have to deal with reality.
No, I feel like, God definitely has a way of pushing us in a direction. Absolutely. But what we do with it is up to us. Like, you could fold.
You could fold.
You could fail. You could stay down. You could
Yeah.
be broken. You could be a victim. Or
You
you, can,
could-
or you can
you
get
could-
up. You could be
yeah.
a conqueror. You could show the way. You could fucking, instead of folding under the pressure of that mountain, you fucking man up and make a hole through it and lead his people through. You're going to be a bitch, you're going to be a giant.
Right.
You're going to be a man or a mouse.
Right.
You're going to be a woman of God, or you're going to be nothing. What are you going to do? He gives you that opportunity to be something, to do something.
Jeez. What has explain to me a moment in your life that created a shift in how you view it?
When I was sick and I didn't think I was going to be alive anymore, how would I be remembered? And I didn't know if I liked that person that would have been remembered. And that created me to be a different person. And when I got the second chance, I'm not going to waste it. It's like the 9th chance, but whatever.
Yeah.
And, like, I'm going to come out here. I'm going to be the person that's not behind the camera. You know what I mean? Like I said to you before, I'm going to go and I'm going to talk to young men. I'm going to be that person that's going to help them see what they could be in their life. You know what I mean? I'm going to do whatever I can be. And be used in any way I can be. That's it. If I feel like I have to do something differently, that's what I do. And sometimes doing the right thing and doing the thing that you're supposed to do isn't always, the thing that people see the most. Or people might not agree with.
Oftentimes they don't.
And you just
You're
gotta do the right thing. Like my thing is just to lead by example. And that's it. I will lead by example. There's no other way to just say anything else about
No,
it.
I got you. Yeah.
I know 2 young boys that, their father passed away, and I love them like they're my own kids, and I'll do anything for them, and that'll be that. And when they look at me, I want them to just look at me and see a man that they could look up to. So I will always lead by example. And that's just going to be it.
Hell yeah, man. I rock with that. What is something that you can share with my audience to keep in mind with every day?
Every day is a gift. No matter if it's a fucked up day or not. It's a good day or a bad day. Remember that we're here and you're doing what you got to do. And no matter what it is, as long as you keep pushing forward, you're doing a good job. You're worth it.
Yeah.
Just love yourself. Believe that you got this. And just put one foot in front of the other. Don't give up on yourself because you're worth it. That's what I always say. And I believe everyone is. You're worth it.
I feel like that having people understand that they're worth it makes them value themselves, right? At the end of the day, we all want to value ourselves.
Yep. And you know what I'm saying? Like, truly, like, God loves you. He's always with you. I truly believe that. And you know what I mean? I'm always here if you need a prayer. Reach out to me if you need a kind word, a kick in the ass, pat on the back. Because you're worth it. I don't care who you are, where you're from, what walk of life you come from. As long as you want to be better and lead by example and be a proper member of this community and this world, and be better for us in our future as a society, you're worth it. That's it.
You don't take me as the guy to like fall into too many conspiracies, or do you believe in any type of conspiracies?
I don't know, man. It's all hearsay.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
is it real?
You
Is
seem
it
like
not? Is it
Who
real?
cares,
Is it
right?
not? Do we? Here's the thing. There's too much life and reality going on for me to engage in nonsense. If I want to fall into Alice's Wonderland, jump down the rabbit hole, we're all mad here. You know what I mean? A curious cat is a curious cat, curiouser and curiouser. Is reality? My reality is the same. It doesn't make me insane. Get lost in our own minds and our mind palaces, or be a part of reality and look around you.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Face it or not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? Like, that's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Or do you want to be a part of society, and do you want to engage, or do you want to be a recluse and be?
It's a very interesting way to look at it too, right? Because you find sometimes when you fall too deep in the conspiracy holes, you separate yourself more and more from society, right?
Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, and we have enough fucking weird shit that goes on in reality around us. Let's pay attention to what's going on. Let's open our eyes and look around.
Right.
You want to look at conspiracies? Look at your politicians and move forward. Let's worry about the youth.
Yeah.
Fuck all this other bullshit around us. Let's worry about what's coming next for the people that's going to come after us, and the world we're standing on.
Wow. Oh shit, it's bad. Do you have any questions for me?
Bruv, what do you think
About?
the world we live in today?
I think that life is constantly like beautifully ugly.
Uncomfortably dangerous.
Yeah, it's an oxymoron.
No, I
you know
get
what I
it.
mean? Like, life is
Beautiful destruction.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's how I
Gorgeous.
feel about like.
Gorgeous chaos.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I feel about life. It's very much like the beautiful dramatic chaos.
Yeah.
Everything will be done with a song and a dance.
Yeah.
And a smile on your face.
Right. Yeah.
But you know what? That's what it is, man. Like,
It's a good question. Yo, shout out where people can find you.
you can find me on my Instagram, KERRY CAT 33. That's basically it. And yeah, I'm just fucking one dude walking amongst the rest,
So yeah.
brother.
A go. It's the conversation. Yeah. Take your mind different places. Now you know. So yeah.
Let me show you something. This is crazy.
Show.
Look, it was supposed to die already.
Oh my fucking god, bro! It's fucking great,
It's crazy.
dude, bro. I told you the Lord works in mysterious ways, always, bro.